Hey, welcome. Get the rest of this train going. Why do we do this? People ask me, why do you do that? Just put it in the bank. Well, I've got stuff in the bank. I don't put everything. I don't hide that stuff outside in the. Oh, maybe I do. Anyway, something happened this week that made me change everything that I was thinking about doing today. And it is a very good example of why we do this. Now, people say, well, the price of silver is going down. I don't want to buy it until it gets to the bottom. If you've got enough precognition to know exactly when it hits bottom, I would love for you to give me a call. I'm about to go out and do some work, so I'm a little bit, I just wanted to get this down. And look here, I'm the legend. Yeah, metal detector. Okay, let's get back on track here. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the dollar had an average inflation rate as over 3% per year between 1960 and today. Now, I was born in 1964. I was trying to get prices of things when I was born. Because when I was born in 1964, we still had silver dimes, silver quarters, silver half dollars. Basically, everyone was buying with silver. So what you could buy with a dime back then is what I was trying to find. Now, I really couldn't find exactly what I wanted, but what I did find was this Bureau of Labor Statistics. It says a dollar today only buys 9.891% of what it could buy in 1960. So that means today's prices are over 10 times as high as they were in 1960. If you followed along and you went back and you got some of the prices from back then. Now, of course, I was born in 64. I do not remember what the prices were. But I can tell you that in 1960, the price of a gallon of gas was 28 cents. Or 26 if you got the regular, not premium. A hamburger cost 15 cents. French fries cost a dime. Okay. Let's go right there. French fries cost a dime at McDonald's, and milk cost a dime at McDonald's. Okay, so in 1960, you could take a silver dime, walk into McDonald's, and get a hamburger. How much does a hamburger cost today at McDonald's? Pretty much in line with what a silver dime would cost today, too. So for that same dime that you used back there in 1960, you can buy the same product today with that same dime at McDonald's. Well, definitely French fries. Hamburgers 15 cents, so you'd need a dime and 2 dimes and get some change back. That means that for over 60 years, a silver coin purchased the same amount. Now, it fluctuated a little bit up and down, but generally, you bought the same thing for the same coin. Now, why am I bringing that up? Because that's why we do this. I recently found out that I've got peripheral neuropathy. Means I can't feel things in my toes and my fingers, and I'm a programmer and I play the piano. Well, they've got a device that's they say that can reverse it, but my insurance won't cover it. So I thought, okay, I'll go to my piggy bank. So I went this week and took some of my silver, and a little bit of gold. And I went down to the coin shop and started selling things. He was telling me how much he'd give for each one. And I'll tell you, I lost a little bit of money on some of the items, but it was my fault because when I bought the item, I kind of got overzealous. I really wanted it. So it is an auction, and I bid more than I should. But that's my fault. That's because I wanted it. Bottom line, of over $4,000 worth of silver and gold that I sold, I made 22.3% profit. Some of the stuff I hadn't owned more than 60 days. So I was able to go to my piggy bank, my silver and gold, take it down there, and on stuff that none of it was a year old. Everything was within 6 months. So within 6 months, got a 22% return on my savings account. I don't know of any bank that will let you put a few $1,000s in the bank and then 6 months later, or even 6 days later, in one case, I got something in and sold it, give you a 22% on your money. And a silver dollar buys the same today as it did back then. A silver dime buys the same today as it did back then. Now, granted, you can't go into McDonald's and say, here's a mercury dime. I want some French fries. But you can take that mercury dime down to your coin shop, sell it, take the money, and go get you some French fries. Which brings me to the other reason that I like this. It's too easy for me to just transfer money from my savings account over to my checking account and spend it. Here I have to actually get up, pick it up, take it down there, and get it. So it's always good to balance what you do. Keep you some money in the bank so that if you need it immediately, it's there. But man, everything that I can, I put into it. People say, you're crazy. I beg to differ with them. And I think this week's proven it. Because I need that device that is supposed to reverse this. It's considered an experimental device is the reason my insurance won't pay for it. But they say it's guaranteed, and I'm going to hold them to that guarantee. If it doesn't reverse it, I'm going to sell it back to them. But anyway, I just get excited because if I can explain why, then we can move on to the how. Every video that I see, or just almost every video that I see out there, is about how. Or even worse, look what I did. Look what I did. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you help people. And that's what I want to do. I was able to benefit from this in a fairly substantial way. And I'm not even counting the fact that most of what I sold, I purchased it with money that I had gotten from selling coins that I found coin roll hunting. If you figure that into it, then instead of a 22% increase, I got a 4,000, because it's 20 times face, basically, is what you're going to be getting for the junk silver. Figure that in there with it, and it's an amazing amount. The actual money that I took out of my pocket, talked about it a couple of videos ago, about, taking a house payment, go and get some coins, search through it, pull the silver out. I got a silver dime in a bag here right now that I found last night in a roll of dimes. I found an order of French fries in my roll of dimes. And I found a West Point quarter, found a whole bunch of wheat pennies. Wheat pennies are not as profitable unless you consider I sold my whole wheat cent collection as part of this deal. 800, I think, in something, 820 something wheat cents. And I got I bought them for a penny because I got them cornrow hunting, and I received 4 cents a piece for them. Just bulk. Now, I also had 7 rolls of uncirculated ones that I got quite a bit more for. I actually lost a little bit of money on a couple of those. But the point is, if you're doing it the way I was taught from these great people that are part of, some of them part of this train, by watching how they do it, you can actually build up a very good nest egg piggy bank. I call it my savings account. And it's there in case you need it. Now, I could have probably gone to the bank and borrowed the money and got the medical device that way, but then I'm paying interest on the money that I got, and I'm actually going backwards instead of going frontwards. So, in my opinion, this is one of the best ways, and it's why we do it. It's not to get rich, because you'd have to really move a lot of silver and gold to get rich doing that. But to take what you've got and make sure that it will still purchase the same amount year after year, and if you have an emergency, you've got a fund that you can liquidate and help take care of that emergency. So I'm hoping that everyone enjoys this and keeps watching. Subscribe. We're going to be talking about different ways to make it easier, how to do it more efficiently, how to find more, really, because there's ways that you can do things that will give you a better return. So until next time, keep stacking, and bottom line, have fun. Thank you, and bye-bye.